Welcome, friends. Welcome to PyroKitty's Tavern. I am April the PyroKitty, and I am getting a really bad bit rate, and I apologize. I'm going to give it about 45 minutes, so I'm going to keep an eye. I don't want to go into the next ad break if the bit rate is still being really bad. Suntroa streamed last night, and I don't know if any of y'all joined in on that. Well, yeah, I don't know if anybody here joined in on his stream last night, but he was also having a really bad bitrate problem. We thought part of that was his PC because he needed some new RAM, but I am seeing now that it might just be our internet. Of course. So I'm going to give it 45 minutes. I'm not going to beat my head against it for hours. We'll see if it gets any better, but right now I'm at 90% dropped frames, which is ridiculous. I have not had this problem in a while since I replaced my PC. I don't think it's my computer, because he was having this problem last night too. And I streamed on Thursday just fine. So yeah, I don't think it's anything to do with my setup itself. I think it's something to do with T-Mobile internet. We have been having problems for like a week. And we already called, and they told us that they were updating the network, quote unquote, and that it would be done before this week started. But I think that was just a line to get us off the phone. But like I said, I'm going to give it a go. We're going to try and get through at least a few days in Strange Antiquities. Thursday will be my last stream of the month. I might go for a longer stream on Thursday, especially if I have to end early today, because of bitrate problems. Man, that bitrate is bad. What the heck? What the heck? Again, I am so sorry, guys. It's really weird because, like, I'm able to do everything else on the internet just fine. Like, I can watch videos, I can watch streams, I can browse the internet, no problem. But, and same thing with Suntroa when he's doing just regular browsing. We can even play like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy 14, no problem. But as soon as we try streaming, the bitrate just like crashes out. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Definitely going to have to do a router reset, which we've tried before, and it didn't seem to help. But anyway, I apologize. All of that to say, I really apologize for the really bad bitrate. I'm going to give it like another 30 minutes from this moment. I'm keeping an eye on my stream timer. I don't want y'all to go into an ad break if the bitrate is still really bad. I will put this stream out of its misery. But beyond that, I am still kind of sick. I am feeling much better. So last Wednesday, or this past Wednesday, I was feeling better. And then Thursday after stream, I started to feel worse again. And then Friday, I was feeling pretty bad. And yesterday, I was feeling a little bad. I think I started to get a secondary infection in my ears. I started getting really bad vertigo and dizziness. Thankfully, when I had went to the doctor a week ago, she had given me a Z-Pack, azithromycin 6-day dose, to start after I finished a steroid pack. If I was still feeling bad, which it was. So I started that 2 days ago, and it seems to be helping tremendously because I'm still I'm not as, I don't have bad vertigo today. My ears are still a little poppy, but I'm not like, I'm feeling better for sure, on the mend. Welcome in, Chris TS. The interwebs are what it is, including electronic cognitive. Yeah. I'm sorry, especially for anybody who was also on Suntroa's stream last night and had to deal with that mess. Here we are again. But yeah, I'm just gonna go for another 30 minutes. If the stream is not any better by then, I'm going to put it out of its misery. And we will go for a longer time on Thursday to make up for it. I start at 12:30 on Thursday, and I do not have D&D, so I can stream for a while on Thursday and hopefully finish this game, because Thursday is my last planned stream for the month. It's possible I could add in an extra stream next Sunday. I have to see how the schedule is looking. We'll see how far we get on Thursday. If need be, I can finish it on Sunday. And an unplanned stream. But for now, game plan, I'll play for another 30 minutes today and then play for a while on Thursday and try and knock out the game. We have just finished day 5 of, oh, excuse me, I had a hiccup. We have just finished day 5 of 18. So I'm not even monitoring my stream today because I can just see. I have it up on Suntroa's set up behind me, and it is really bad. So I'm not even going to try to monitor it today. So I apologize in advance for any weirdness. We're just going to call today a bad day. It's a thing. I still have fond nightmares of dial-up days, so these things aren't too off-putting these days. So we live in a very, very rural area, and we don't have cable internet. We don't have fiber internet. There's aren't options here. Our only options are internet, like satellite internet, and cellular internet, which was what we have. We have internet through T-Mobile cellular. And it's the best that we have found, but obviously it still has problems. Especially this past like 2 weeks. I don't know what's going on with it, but usually our problems are in the summertime when there's a bunch of people visiting our area because we're a tourist town. And so, you know, the networks get overloaded, but it's not tourist season right now, really. I mean, spring break is kind of starting, but oh, I don't know. It's one of those, I'm just gonna accept it. I'm gonna give the stream a time limit and not bash my head against it. There's nothing I can do about it other than get grumpy, and I'm not gonna let myself get grumpy over it. We're just gonna try and get through a few more days of Strange Antiquities. We just finished day 5, which is, I do have a guide on how to get to the happy endings because I would like us to have one of the good endings on stream. So we did our first marker towards good ending number 5, which is one of the 2 good endings. So we're working our way towards that. It's probably a good thing that we're not going to stream super long today. While I am recovering from my cold, my voice is still kind of rough, we'll say. I'm pretty hoarse today. I'm having to put a good bit of effort into talking. I'm hoping it's coming across okay, especially with the bitrate problem. Jeez. I just looked over at my bitrate and it is like nothing. Okay. Yeah, let's just get started, get through a couple days, and then we will put this stream out of its misery. So let's start day 6. Inside was the reason they had toiled so hard. A small black casket. A very valuable small black casket. They knew enough not to open it, but perhaps too little to fully understand the danger it posed. Fascinated with paleontologizing field setup. I know, it's so good for in the field, and I'm having this much struggle in my house. Like, crying out loud. Although he has been having problems with it lately, apparently. The past couple times he's done field streams, he's had a few hiccups. Notably, the last time when he was at Dinosaur Ridge with Lardy and Casey Snowart, it was picking up a radio signal. So we had radio playing over the last part of the stream. It was funny. Up the stairs, left, then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. Up the stair. Okay, so this must be in the house. So let's go to explore, and we're going to explore the house. Starts humming, sings Leslie. Okay. Up the stairs. There's 2 sets of stairs. Oh. Up the stairs to the left. Left again. Second on the right. I'm gonna try this. Ah! My guess was correct. The bedroom looks like it hasn't been used for some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishings and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtains lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal a macabre item that has been hiding on the windowsill all this time. Oh, yeah, that is some fingers. All right, first customer. Helena Appleton. I can never get any peace in my house. When am I to find time to do my writing? I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides, I can still hear the shouting and banging at all hours. I heard you might be able to help me. St. John's Anvil. These items have much in common with the St. John's poppy plant of the same name, a fact that is reflected in their designs. They have quite different uses, however. Whereas the plant helps to overcome deafness, an anvil will dampen sound. They can even be tuned to filter out certain noises, but allow others to still be heard. Ooh, so noise-canceling headphones, got it. You're essentially in the field. Also, I think that time he was using mobile, not satellite. Gotcha. Yeah, I guess I am sort of in the field, kind of. All right, so it has something to do with the poppy flowers, or at least similar in design. And it's going to dampen sound, which I remember there being an item that dampened sound. Trying to remember which one it was. Let's see. Trying to look for anything that might have anything to do with St. John's poppy. It's a flower. St. John's Anvil. I feel like I've looked at it before. I seem to recall something saying it dampens sound. I don't think it was this guy. No. This maybe? No. Definitely not that. Oh, I already identified that one. Not that. Not that. Not that. I feel like I have handled this before. Ah, here we are. This looks promising. So it has leaves. Ah, the leaves look like St. John's poppy leaves. This is going to be it. I am certain. The leaves in the design are similar to the leaves of the sketch of the plant. Closer inspection reveals that it does indeed muffle sounds. Discovered a book page on Gray's Grace. All right. Did we finish all of our clues for the day? Yes. So the one thing I have not been able to figure out is the clock puzzle. Ooh. That's new. Well, it's not new. I just discovered it. Ooh. Okay, that's doing something. But now what am I supposed to do? When it does that. Nothing to do with that. Welcome in, Cortez. I apologize for the crazy bit rate. I will take a piece of candy, though. You must be the thaumaturge's apprentice. I bet he's a hard man to work under. He's helping me through more than once in the past, though. And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elva stone if you have one. Ooh, and a treat for Azar. I'm sure he appreciates one, too. He's so sleepy. Welcome in, Cortez. We are going to go probably only for about another I don't know, 20 minutes or so, because this bitrate is awful. And I don't want to keep you guys dealing with this. Yeah, it is really bad. We're having some major internet problems, apparently. Yeah, I know. I know. We're gonna give up here in not too long, I think. Elva stones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments, such as Braxis or burning blood. The planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. All right, so we need to look for the Selenic symbol. Oh. So it's triangle in a circle with a small circle at top and a big circle at bottom. But yeah, I am aware that the stream is behaving very badly. We're gonna give up here, like I said, probably about 20 minutes. Thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it. All right. Well, it could also have something to do with the moon, because Selenic is the moon symbol. So I have this option, or this also has the moon. Has an ethereal quality to it. Any clues? It's metal. Okay, so that over there was stone. This is metal. We're gonna go with this. Woohoo! The design features crescent moons, a reflection of the Selenic. Metal is silver associated with the moon. Oh, I could have also looked up the metal, I guess. New item. Running out of space. Down there. Next person. Oh, I can learn about a thing. Verona Green. I've been doing some reading. See what you make of this. We also learned about the relic hunter, Barton Potter. Intelligent, affable, heroic. These are the words that Barton Potter would use to describe himself. Irresponsible, impulsive, and foolhardy are some of the more tasteful terms that those who have dealt with him might use. One thing is not in dispute. He knows how to track down objects, and he certainly knows their worth. He's also no coward, and he bears the scars to prove it. He's one of the few who have ventured into the depths of the catacombs and lived to tell the tale. And tell the tale he does, at the slightest provocation. Alright, what does Verona want us to look at? Umbra, okay. That fisherman they found yesterday had been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm going to see if I could find anything out there. Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says, go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. It's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that thought up with, but there isn't anyone else. But here we are, and here I am. They'll do it all wrong anyway. All right, we'll get through day 7, like the end of day 7, which is today is day 6, tomorrow will be day 7, and then we'll give up on this. I have been wearing a pendant that I found in the library, and it does something to me. It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. It is rather pretty, though. Someone told me I need a Cusick purifier, and this is the place to get one. A small topaz gemstone, known as the Eye, is placed in a strong-smelling liquid, usually some potent barley or vinegar. Small tokens, such as rings or amulets perhaps, submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon, are cleansed of simple imbued curses or hexes. Of course, there is a limit to the effectiveness of this process. So it's strong-smelling, with a topaz, and possibly something to do with the moon. So a topaz. Is pale yellow. And it's going to be strong smelling. Ah, this looks like it. When you shake it, it rattles. It has a strong odor. We're gonna go with this. Oop. Label bears the symbol for vinegar. Closer inspection reveals that there's a small object rattling inside. Learned a new page. Simone Green. I've been working on something that you might find interesting. Did you know that nobody knows who built Strange Antiquities? It's very old, perhaps the oldest building in Undermere, according to some accounts. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. It's slow work, but I've made a bit of a breakthrough recently. Have you discovered the plinths below the counter? I've learned that they can be used to access the shop's hidden depths. And this journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I discovered late last night. See what you make of it. We already did this. I solved that one all on my own. The librarian, Simone Green. Simone finished reorganizing the Ambleside Library and came to Undermere in search of a new challenge. She took up swimming in the lake after hearing about the health benefits of cold water, but soon found that she preferred the health benefits of a warm blanket, a roaring fire, and a good book. She manages the collections at the Wordsworth Library, following in her mother's footsteps by taking special interest in occult writings. Jim Wolfe. After years of working in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. I've tried St. John's Poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. I would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. Hearing charm. A simple trinket that amplifies sounds. While generally used by the hard of hearing, they are a curiosity that can be enjoyed by young and old alike. And of course, they have more devious applications too, making it possible to eavesdrop on private conversations. Hearing charms take the form of animals known for their hearing, which means I bet it's this. Ooh. Or not. I would have bet that. Oh, bats. Every sound has become both louder and clearer. Yep, it's the bat. Bat. Oh, missed. Bat. New page. Okay, that is the end of day 6. We are right at the 45-minute mark. My bitrate appears to be worse than it was when I started streaming, which is lovely. I really hate to